No, John, I told you, we need those Wii U's yesterday. Oh, just a second. Hello, and welcome to the Wii 100. Looking back on the last generation of gaming, the Wii stood out as a unique platform. It introduced motion gaming to the world and expanded the gaming community to a wider audience, all while securing its place as the best-selling console of its time. Due to its unique architecture, the platform was often overlooked by many third-party developers and in turn the gamer community. However, the Wii was home to many great games. At Nintendo Enthusiast, we took it upon ourselves to compile a list of our top 100 best Wii games, divided into 10 top 10 lists. Today we break down our top 10 RPGs. Number 10. Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon. Don't let the kid-friendly visuals turn you away from this roguelike RPG, because Chocobo's Dungeon is a title with depth to provide plenty of challenge to any gamer. The game places you in the role of a young chocobo and sets you out to retrieve the townspeople's lost memories through dungeons. The battles are turn-based and each action consumes a turn, making players have to consider each move carefully as you can't rely on multiple party members throughout this game. Add in upgradable weapons and a job system worthy of the Final Fantasy franchise name, and you've got yourself an overall great game worth playing. Number 9. Pandora's Tower.
Slowly but surely, she will become a beast.
Despite being treated as an afterthought by Operation Rainfall, Pandora's Tower is an underrated gem. A combination of Castlevania, Zelda, and a dating simulator, there is nothing else like it on the Wii. While you get a variety of RPG-style weapons and armor, the core of the game is your whip, which is used for combats and puzzles and makes great use of the Wii's infrared pointer. Between the game's many dungeons, you give your girlfriend presents and monster flesh to stall the curse slowly overtaking her. Yep, dating sim and body horror, together at last. With great level design, lots of replay value, and characters that you feel invested in, Pandora's Tower is something every Wii owner should look into.
Take a bite.
You want me to eat this?
Number 8. Rune Factory Frontier. This title is more than just an RPG, combining action-adventure and sim elements into a unique experience. The game is open world, allowing you to do anything you want when you want it. The gameplay revolves around farming, much like in Harvest Moon, and exploring dungeons, slaying enemies, and collecting items. When you're not doing either of these things, you can spend your days fishing, courting NPCs with accessories you crafted yourself, forging, cooking, racing, and just about anything else you can think of. If you're a fan of the Harvest Moon or Animal Crossing series, this is one title you should definitely take a look at. Number 7. The Last Story. Created by the legendary Hironobu Sakaguchi, the man responsible for the Final Fantasy series, The Last Story is a title that does not disappoint. The game pushes the Wii's graphical capabilities to its limits, offering beautiful visuals surrounded by a powerful orchestrated soundtrack and a captivating story driven by engaging voice acting. The combat system is unique in that it combines traditional JRPG mechanics with stealth and third-person action combat mechanics. The core story will only take you to 20 hours of gameplay, but if you can get online with some friends, you'll be able to fight each other or take on bosses, adding some additional gameplay to an already solid experience. Number 6. Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of a New World was a sequel to the original Tales of Symphonia, which had a large following on the GameCube. Featuring a mix of characters from the original game and new additions, traditional RPG fans found a lot of joy in playing this sequel. Real-time battles were the star of the show, allowing for cooperative local play which isn't seen very often in JRPGs. With a beautiful cel-shaded graphical style, Tales of Symphonia was a fantastic RPG for the Wii.
We'll teach you a lesson!
Number 5. Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. Taking place 17 years after the original Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy IV: The After Years was a welcome addition for fans of the original game. With improved graphics over its predecessor, this game picked up where the original storyline left off and was considered a great fan service to 16-bit RPG lovers. The finest RPG release of the elaborate WiiWare's library, Final Fantasy IV: The After Years retains all the great gameplay elements of its predecessor and should be experienced by all fans of the original. Number 4. Super Paper Mario. While not a traditional Paper Mario game, Super Paper Mario does a decent job of combining Mario's RPG style with his signature platforming. While the gameplay doesn't quite live up to either the traditional Paper Marios or Mario platformers, being able to change the world from 2D to 3D at will is one of those things that is just inherently fun. The settings are some of the most unique and varied in any Mario game. Seeing where you'll end up next is half the fun. The writing is up there with the best Mario RPGs, being both hilarious and getting surprisingly dark at times. If you can get past the game not being the 1,000-year door, Super Paper Mario is a solid addition to the Wii RPG's arsenal. Number 3. Fire Emblem: Radiant Dawn. Fire Emblem: Radiant Dawn does a masterful job of carrying off where its predecessor left off with the story of Ike and his companions. The game introduces new characters and wields a fun and exciting combat system guaranteed to make fans of Path of Radiance come back for a second helping. The game continues its tradition of investing players heavily into its characters, so much in fact that if one of them dies, you'll probably want to reset the game, mainly because once a character dies, they're gone forever. As far as strategy RPGs go, you will not find anything better from Nintendo during the Wii's lifetime. And it's a title any and all fans of the genre should check out. Number 2. Monster Hunter Tri. This game was so good that Capcom re-released it for the Wii U under the name Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate. The game shifts its focus away from a deep storyline and instead opts for a deep and rich combat and equipment system. You'll start off as a novice hunter slaying beasts and using their remains to build custom weapons and armor. As you get stronger, you'll tackle larger and larger enemies, each requiring their own strategies to take down. For its addictive and rewarding gameplay, deep combat system, and vast online multiplayer support, Monster Hunter Tri easily makes it to our number 2 spot. Number 1. Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles may have originally become famous for Nintendo's reluctance to release it in North America, but the game turned out to live up to the forbidden fruit-fueled praise. A truly massive game, Xenoblade managed to combine a great story with huge open areas to explore. A fast-paced battle system and fully modern interface fixed almost all the problems associated with Japanese RPGs. Taking everything good about JRPGs and fixing almost all the problems made Xenoblade a true classic. North America missing out on the game would truly have been a tragedy. An easy pick for the best RPG on the Wii, and arguably the best JRPG in generations.
There's a boy! He's being attacked by monsters! You saw it happening? Where?
I don't know, but it was near some water.
Near water? But what made you have a vision all of a sudden?
Maybe it was triggered by touching the buggy.